Yo. Hey guys, how you been? It's been a few days, but I'm back. Another video. This is what I do. Today is November 30th, 2020, and excuse the blinker. You gotta be safe. Gotta use your blinker, people. It's very, very healthy for traffic. But listen, today could be a big day. There's a chance we might hear a little bit of news later on today. It would be amazing if we heard it today. Personally, I don't think we're gonna hear it today, just because I know, corporations like to drag their feet on different things, and with the whole COVID situation, there'd be no point in really putting out any good news about this today, just for it to still have to sit on shelf for God knows how long. But here's a quick fact. 2 years ago yesterday, on November 29th, 2018, is when Netflix actually canceled the Daredevil television series. The one starring Charlie Cox as Daredevil, Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin. It was kind of a big deal. Let's not play. It was like the best version of Daredevil to ever be put on screen. I'm talking cartoons, I'm talking the Ben Affleck movies, which Ben, sidetrack, I don't blame Ben for those, just like I don't blame him for the Batman movies. Ben is a wonderful actor. He's a great actor, but if you give him terrible material to work with, that's how you end up with the Daredevil movie. And you know how you can't blame Ben for that? Look at the Elektra movie. After the intro, that movie was hot, flushable garbage, but it still got put in theaters anyway, and that had nothing to do with Ben Affleck. All right, so save Ben. But back on track. So 2 years ago yesterday is when Netflix originally canceled the Daredevil television show. They canceled that one after already letting go Luke Cage and Iron Fist earlier that same year. Now, neither of those other two shows really picked up steam and got that acclaim, like that fanfare, that acclaim as Daredevil did. Iron Fist was by all accounts, it was kind of rushed. The action scenes were choppy, blocky. The filming of those scenes, the actor actually said that he only learned just a little bit of the martial art, and you could tell from how they had to quick cut and splice together the fight scenes. As far as the Luke Cage goes, I liked it. I'm not gonna lie about that. I loved it. I'm trying to get girls to go get some coffee all the time now. Listen, I'm taking some home to my old lady now. You know what I'm talking about? But no, the Luke Cage one, it was a dope show, but again, and like most shows or comics geared towards or starring black characters, or I would even go so far as to say maybe even Asian characters, maybe even just a lot of non-white characters, they tend to skew more towards a certain audience. And if you're not the same, if that character doesn't represent you, if that character doesn't look like you, then you might not appreciate the show as much as somebody that does. There's nothing wrong with that. But because that show couldn't hit as many viewers the same way, and it didn't get as much acclaim, nobody was really talking about bringing that back. All of the Netflix shows, all of the Marvel Netflix shows eventually got canceled. Like I said, those three, plus the Jessica Jones, as well as all of them together, and the Defenders. I actually thought the Defenders was kind of good. I liked it. It was action-packed, like from the start. Plus, I think that might have been the first time I actually heard a Run the Jewels song on a TV show, so that was dope to me too. Anyway, Netflix canceled this show 2 years ago. And the way Netflix works is once it's canceled on there, most Netflix properties, once they're canceled, they have a 2-year window where it's basically a non-compete clause where, all right, we don't want you, but nobody else can have you. Like, imagine having a boyfriend or a girlfriend tell you that. That's some scary, creepy, really terrible thing to do. But it's business. So it was in the contracts and all of that, which is why there was such a fanfare for Charlie Cox to be able to come back as Daredevil in the MCU. Again, it was unattainable. Couldn't happen due to contractual legalization and legalese and all that stuff that they put into the contract when they went ahead with the show anyway. To date, there has only been one show that was a Netflix original that was canceled by Netflix and actually found its way elsewhere. And that was, what was it, Once Upon a Time? Like Once Upon a Time, which ran from 2017 to 2019 on Netflix. And once they canceled it, they went ahead and let it go to a television station called Pop. Which, I mean, I kind of understand. The biggest difference between that show and any Marvel show was that the guys behind the Marvel show, the guys that, would own the rights to the character and all of that, they weren't starting their own streaming service to try. Pop wasn't starting their own streaming service that could potentially put Netflix, on the sidelines. But yeah, so today is November 30th. Exactly 2 years to the day that exactly 2 years have passed as of midnight last night, 12 a.m. this morning. So Netflix has no legal recourse or anything of that nature. If the guys at Marvel's Cinematic Studios today decided to say, hey, you know what? Charlie, come on down. Vincent, come on down. Pretty much anybody else that was involved in the show at this point. And with the unnamed, let's face it, the character was never named, but we all know who she was. But with the night nurse popping up over in a Marvel show, well, not a Marvel show, but a Disney Plus show, The Mandalorian, recently, there's a chance that we could get her back. It would be kind of cool, really, considering how a lot of those shows revolved out of Daredevil. So that would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I was wrong. The last Marvel show that wasn't canceled was The Punisher.
You have an incoming call.
It eventually did get canceled, but it didn't happen at the same time as those other ones. Those other ones were like,
to answer a call,
get rid of them.
voice command button.
Guys, I'm not answering right now. I'm in the middle of something. Okay. But yeah, so we might get a little bit of news today. Even if we don't get it today, it's official. It can happen. We can have the Daredevil show that we want, and we can have it in the MCU. Hopefully, it happens soon. Like I said, with the COVID situation and everything being still up in the air and all of that, we don't know. So, fingers crossed. But today starts a new era where that's a possibility that we can all look forward to. So, that's about it. Just wanted to chime in on that. R.I.P. to Mr. Prowse, the original actor that portrayed Darth Vader. He actually passed away yesterday. I believe he was 85 years old. Mr. Prowse wasn't a part of the Star Trek family after The Last Jedi, basically for being the guy in the suit, but he was he wasn't the voice of Darth Vader. They replaced him with, of course, the legendary James Earl Jones. And when Darth Vader's mask actually came off in The Last Jedi during the dying scene, he was replaced with another actor. That actor, I don't really know his name, but he was supposedly a big deal. Maybe I'll add it in the comments. Maybe I won't. I don't care. But either way, R.I.P. to Mr. David Prowse. Thank you for all that you did for such an iconic series. You will be missed, sir. Thank you for your contributions. All right. I think that's it, especially since I'm about to pull up at home. But thanks for watching. Click the like, click subscribe. Check back again for another video soon. And tell a friend that it's them again. I'm out.